ladies and gentlemen. I'm John Gray, and this is Just Plain Living.
Nothing plain about this, John. April Fool's Day. Peggy Burton, hi.
Peggy Burton, and I'm Jim Fuller.
It's good to see you.
Peggy has an announcement she wants to make today.
Oh, come on.
What is that, Peggy?
Well, I'll tell you about I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to announce
Oh, Peggy, that would be
I'm
good.
going to announce Annie Get Your Gun, Thursday night opening. Great show. Lots of tickets sold.
80 people.
80 people? No, it's more than 100 when you count the orchestra, which
My goodness.
sitting over there's 16 of us.
Wow.
So, yeah, big cast.
That's not it. That's not it, folks. We want to make a big announcement today. Peggy Burton is pregnant.
Thank you. Thank you.
And of course, I'm sure you realize it's April 1st.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway.
And guess whose birthday it is today?
It's Leah
One of the
Hewlin.
least grumpy people I know.
Leah Hewlin.
Leah Hewlin, who is Grumpy's bail bond.
Yeah. That's
And
a
I
great
know-
profession for her.
And I know that I emailed her just a minute ago, and I know that Hap would be so proud of her.
Yes,
Yeah,
he would.
absolutely.
Yes, he would.
What a great young lady.
I tell you what, she is a leader and a pusher, and she can get the job done.
It was funny. She
You
had
ring and she springs.
Yeah, it was funny. She had a big cake in front of her, and of course, she's a fitness freak.
Oh, yeah.
And she, on that thing, the email thing, it says, "I don't think I'll be eating any of this."
Right. That's big face.
But look down here. Look down here. We're going to be eating today.
My stomach is grumbling. Look at that apple pie, fresh, hot out of the oven.
That's right. This is coming from Southern Charm down in Bell Buckle. Judy and her crew are here today, and they're going to explain to us a little bit about how to have tea.
Yeah.
Because they have a tea down there for their customers
I think
once
that
a
is
week.
the neatest thing. It's on
And
Tuesday, I believe.
Tuesdays,
The
and
afternoon from 2
she
to
has
4.
pies and scones and cakes, and people just look around the shop and enjoy the tea and
It brings
everything.
back my memories of London when I lived in
Yeah.
London. I loved it. My
And all
neighbors
this
had
is,
tea.
she just baked this.
She's baked
apparently
that pie.
this
It's
morning.
still warm, and we've
right.
got Dog of the Month
Dog
coming
of the
in.
Month
and
coming.
We got Dog of the Month
may
coming
jump right in it.
That dog might like apple pie. What do you think?
He's gonna love it. We've got babies
Yeah,
today.
babies
if,
are
if
in
you're
here.
out there, you need to stay tuned in because we got
no
babies.
kid.
This is going to be a great
This is
show.
going to be
because
fun. Who?
What did he say?
Somebody turn your mic on.
Is it me? Oh,
Turn your
nobody
mic on,
heard all
Peggy.
those wondrous things I had to say.
Yeah, they heard you.
John, this is going to be a great show because today we've got babies and dogs and lovely women in the studio.
Lovely
I mean,
women.
you know, I can't believe we get paid to do
And
this.
let's see.
got a man or
1,
two.
2, 3 old roosters and a bunch of hens.
Right. Yeah, and with all this beauty going on in the studio, they informed me before I started that my first interview today is Jerry Harris. How did that happen?
how did that happen
How
to
did
you?
that happen? how could that be?
I don't know.
Oh,
Luck of the draw.
Just got lucky.
You got the short straw.
I guess. Anyway,
You got the short straw.
you know, back when I was in charge, I wouldn't have let that happen. But, but now
We hadn't been
It's
in
terrible
charge
when you
in
lose your
years.
place.
I haven't been in charge of the
There's
show
nobody
in
in
years.
charge. I mean,
Hadn't been in
Look,
charge.
Southern Charm came in and they got in charge.
They're in charge. They're in charge.
They can be in charge with all this nice stuff.
They're
they
making
brought
way
in.
too many
Absolutely.
plans, so
Yes.
they were trying to figure out what they're going to do. And I said, y'all are way too worried about this. We don't operate that way.
By the way, John, you mentioned birthdays. Jacob Gray's birthday was yesterday.
Jacob Gray and Joe Henry
Yeah.
are one of our original partners. Joe Henry's birthday on the 31st.
Yeah. March
And
31st.
Jacob's birthday, my son, and we had a good visit with him on Sunday night and celebrated his birthday and had a good time.
That's
It's hard for me to imagine that Jacob Gray has now moved past the 30 mark. It
I
seems
know,
like
and
he ought to be.
he's about to get married.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to imagine, too.
Yeah.
But he has, and that's good. That's good. He's doing well and enjoying life and having a good time.
And he's marrying a beautiful
marrying
girl
a good
with
girl and
that plays wonderful violin in our orchestra for Annie Get Your
good
Gun.
musician,
She's-
excellent
she's
musician.
fine.
So, just all things good going on. Kentucky's made it to the Final Four.
Kentucky and Florida.
And Florida. Well,
Unbelievable.
Florida was sort of expected to be there.
They were,
Kentucky
but
wasn't.
it's kind of like, they had Kentucky, and there were only 3 teams from the Southeastern Conference in that deal, and they had Kentucky and Tennessee in the same bracket,
Right.
so that only one of them could possibly escape. So,
Right.
So, but anyway, Tennessee, of course, went out, but lost by 2 to Michigan. So,
Yeah.
so who was the number 1 seed?
And
I think number 2
Kentucky
seed.
won at the buzzer against
Yes,
Michigan.
right.
You know, it's amazing if you've watched any of this. I know a lot of you have. By the time they get this far along in this tournament, there ain't no bad teams there.
No.
No,
And you
they're all good
don't
teams.
see any blowouts
No
that
losers.
much.
Right.
It's all down to the wire, and I mean, you if you leave the game because you think somebody's behind too far and it's over with, it's usually not over
usually
with.
not over
You
till
better
it's
hang
over.
around till
Yeah.
the final buzzer.
I confess I checked out on the Tennessee game because they were down by 15, and then later I came back and they lost by 2. So you know,
You missed all the exciting
yeah,
part.
and that was on a questionable call. So,
Right,
you know,
right. So that's March Madness, though.
Yeah,
March Madness.
absolutely.
Did you hear about Mr. Morris,
Morris.
who we've had on our show before? Brian Morris.
Oh yeah,
pitcher for the
pitched
Pirates.
yesterday. Yeah.
He pitched opening
yeah,
day
opening
yesterday.
day.
He pitched, and he was brought in relief, and ended up doing well. And then the next inning, the Pirates hit a home run, and he got the win.
Yeah.
He got a win on opening day.
Yeah, you can't beat
Great.
that. Yeah.
Wow.
And so Brian Morris from right here in Tullahoma,
Making us look good.
making us look good, and also. He got the second call on video. This year, baseball is using instant replay,
Right.
and they had an instant replay where he had tried to pick a man off, and they called him safe, and they went back and replayed it, and he ended up being out.
Yeah. Good night. Good
So
night. Good
Marsh
day
had
for
a
Morris.
good day. He had a real good day yesterday. So congratulations to him.
Hear
By
the
the way-
babies.
Yeah, well,
Babies
babies
cry.
are crying, yeah.
what
I
they're
said
supposed
this is
to
going to
do.
be a good day. By the way, Sunday, John, is our media partner, Fantasy 101.5. It's their Chocolate Fantasy Day at the Convention Center in Manchester. So check that out, folks. That's Sunday afternoon. I think you can get. I mean, they got John and I have been there a few times.
Yeah.
Well, I called over the station yesterday, and there might be somebody here today
Oh, okay.
to talk about
Chocolate?
that. I don't know whether they're going to come or not. They hadn't made a decision where they could break anybody free at this time of day to be over here. But hopefully they can, because like you say, we've been before.
Oh, it's super. Everything you can imagine, chocolate, they got it there. That
Oh,
deal,
that
yeah.
sounds
chocolate
nice.
fountain, and it's vulgar.
Chocolate,
Right.
strawberries.
It's everything.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
All of it. All of it.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Oh, it is.
Who's in charge-
Chocolate
who's in charge of
fantasy.
that?
I would imagine Amber Dotson is at Fantasy
okay.
Radio.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
So,
We've got a good dog on this show today. So people out there that need a dog, they need to be sure and tune in. It looks like it might be a Jack Russell. I don't know.
Jack Russell?
Looks like it
I
could be.
knew a Jack Russell.
Did you?
We have Tennessee's distinguished young woman that's here
Oh,
with
do
us
we?
today as
Good.
well to talk about that program.
That's awesome.
And, Courtney Miller.
Yeah.
So we've got a show full of good-looking women and good-looking dogs and
Babies.
three babies and 3 old roosters. Still got her spurs, so don't.
That's right. That's right. That's
Well, I'll
right.
tell you what we're going to do right now, because we
squat
got
when you're
5
wearing
minutes
your
left, but we
spurs.
need to move on. Y'all want to move? Oh, I'll tell you what I want y'all to do. I want you to remember April the 15th is something other than Tax Day.
Yeah.
What could it be?
It's
Whatever
the day.
could it
It's
be?
the day that Ray Price's new album
Oh, that's
comes
right.
out,
With your
and
song.
with my song on it, and you'll be able to buy that in Walmart and in Cracker Barrel on April the 15th.
That's awesome.
And it's getting a lot of stuff written about it, and you can go right now and get a 3-song extended play on iTunes, or you can go on iTunes and pre-order the album on iTunes right now. But you can get the 3-song extended play, and my song is one of those songs on that
I love that
initial
song.
offering.
And Fran must be very proud. You wrote
Fran's
that
proud,
for her.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that song, Beauty Lies in the Eyes of the Beholder, was released to radio last Tuesday. So call your radio station
And have them play.
ask them to play Ray Price's Beauty Lies in the Eyes of the Beholder. And that'd be great. They're playing it all over the radio, Sirius Radio. Willie's bunch loves that. Loves that whole deal. Well, Willie played in his band.
Yeah.
Willie was his bass player for a while, and
Who else was it? You had a nice story
Ray
about that.
Not Ray Stevens. Roger Miller
Roger
played
Miller,
rhythm
yeah.
guitar.
And you were telling me why
Somebody
They-
asked Ray, said, well, what happened to the Cherokee Cowboys? Why did you disband them? And he said they were making so much money I couldn't afford them.
Couldn't afford them. That's right. That's right.
Have you ever seen Willie Nelson in live concert?
No, I haven't.
I saw him at this big thing down in Dalton, Georgia, and I just love the way it was. You know, we do stuff at the Civic Center, and we worry about every little thing being ready before people come. Well, Willie just came in slow, and the crowd is all there. He takes his time. He plugs something in, leaves the stage, and finally it starts, and the crowd is roaring. You know, they love it.
It's all about Willie. You know, Red-Headed Stranger. What a great great album that was, and another album along in that time that was. That's when we had opened Daddy Billy's about then, which is about 40 years ago. And, you know, we played a lot of music in there. And you play it so much that you realize there's certain music that you really do like more than others. And that album, Red-Headed Stranger, and Elton John's Tumbleweed Connection, which was really one of his first big projects. And great stuff, and Leon Russell. I had a Leon Russell. Back to the Island.
Leon Russell.
You know, Leon Russell was a very, very talented fella, and he lives over, I think, in Pulaski.
I've seen him in concert too.
You know, I've seen him.
I meant to ask you. You gave me a piece of video to edit, which I'm almost finished with, but it had a Willie song on it. "Roll Me Up and Smoke Me When I Die." Is that one of that's one of his hits?
Yeah.
Roll Me Up and Smoke Me When
I don't know if it was really a hit, but you know, radio probably didn't embrace that very well. But yeah, that was one of the songs that Ben Jordan asked to be played at his memorial service.
That is a
and that
cool
was
song.
The last thing that was done. And they had an ashtray up on stage with a cigarette in it and some incense burning where it looked like
it was smoking.
there was an ashtray up there.
Roll me up and smoke me when I die.
There you go. Folks, don't go away. This can't do anything but get better.
That's right.
I guarantee you that. Pay attention to this next commercial break, and do us a little favor. When you go into one of the businesses that support us, tell them you appreciate the support of Charter Channel 6, and even better than that, buy something. That'll make everybody happy. We'll be right back.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
This is a tree that was never chopped down to make a crutch that was never needed. By a child who never got polio. Because vaccine was never in short supply. Thanks to people whose compassion wasn't either. Over the years, Rotary Club members have helped immunize over 2 billion children against polio. Soon, the world will be polio-free. Rotary, humanity in motion.
How long has it been since you raced a cheetah? Are your tornado creating skills getting rusty? Tired of being the only one in your neighborhood who hasn't built a dinosaur? Sounds like it's time to visit the Hands-On Science Center. The Hands-On Science Center is an indoor science playground. In this museum, please touch is the rule. Join us for weekly science demonstrations on space, lasers, lizards, rocks, and a whole lot more. No two visits are ever the same, so visit often to see our ever-changing exhibits and demonstrations. The Hands-On Science Center, 101 Mitchell Boulevard in Tullahoma.
I'm meteorologist Leland Statham, and you're watching Just Plain Living here on Charter Channel 6.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're pleased to have joining us on the set now Jerry Harris, and Jerry has got a new venture that he is embarking on and would like to tell us about it.
Well, before I go there, I heard what you were saying.
I'm sorry, Jerry, but I mean...
You didn't want to interview me. I got news for you. Whoever interviews the mothers and the babies,
yes.
If the baby has an accident, whoever's doing the interviewing has to change the diaper.
I know how to do that.
Okay, I'm just checking.
I haven't done it in a while, but I know how.
I haven't either. I'm dodging that bullet. But yes,
besides that, speaking of dodging it, I'm become with my grandchildren. I've become a master at dodging that. So
there's always a reason.
Yeah, that's right.
I always have to go outside.
That's right.
But yes, I am doing something different now. And Rebecca Parker gave me this idea. She really did, because she went from her normal business of finding people jobs to now she's just consulting. Mm-hmm. And I got to thinking, I get a lot of phone calls, people wanting to know about communication services, what type of internet service, what type of phones, what type of security should I get. So I just decided that the best thing to do is just start a consulting service. So I have launched that, and so far, I've been very successful in saving some people some pretty substantial amount of money.
Well, and it can be a maze out there if you're not familiar with the different ways to go about doing that. And I'm sure it absolutely is intimidating to me, but I don't have to do it anymore since Jerry became associated with this company, because we just told him to call Jerry.
But call Jerry, he'll do it.
You have some pretty serious qualifications to be able to do this kind of thing. Tell them about your background.
I've got 23 certifications from Bell South, because for 25 years I was an independent agent with Bell South, and so we designed a lot of different old communication services inside the building. And I designed several phone systems. And with Life Communications, we designed out the complete camera system for Jack Daniels. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty extensive down there. You cannot move around at Jack Daniels anymore without being seen. So we've done a lot of school systems, and I did a lot of independent internet services as far as getting the proper speed internet, and even UTSI. Mm-hmm. I negotiated that, and we put in a pipe for them to provide internet service to students as well as faculty there. So there's a lot when you look at it. There's so many different services out here. Some of them are exceptional and some of them are not. But if you do the shopping and you look around, you can normally go from paying one price to saving quite a bit. So we did it here, and we did it at your office, saving off of a bill at $600 when you can knock $250 to $300 off of it. That's quite a bit of savings. Right. So it pays for itself.
And Jerry, I would assume there's a lot of people out there that are way overpaying on their existing service because they simply don't understand it.
I talked to a lady recently, and I asked her, I said, when your phone bill comes in, I said, what do? Just pay it? And she said, yes, I just pay it. And I said, well, let me show you something. So I started showing her something, and she did not realize that was on her bill. And a lot of people do. They do not realize what they're paying. And used to, you could go to Bell South, and they would go back to day one. Because when we did tubs years ago, I found 2 lines that had been out of tub for over 12 years. They were still paying for those lines each month, so they got back a hefty sum of money. Mm-hmm. Then, after all that happened, they cut it to where then, at that time, they would only go back 3 years after this happened. So I'm not sure, since AT&T's taken over, I haven't talked to them, but I'm sure that they would go back 2 to 3 years in reimbursed funds on lines that are being used or being billed that are no longer in use. And it's not hard to find them. Once you go in there and if you've got a phone line that's not really going anywhere, something's wrong. And if you dial up one and you get nothing but ringing, then you can bet there's nothing on the other end of it. So it gets pretty complicated, but if you know what you're looking for and you know how to read the bill, then you really don't have that big a problem.
You mentioned earlier that you were an independent rep for Bell South, and if I remember correctly, that Bell South doesn't just pass them out to anybody. You got to kind of know what you're doing, and they got to know that you know what you're doing before you can do that.
what I had done is I went to the city of Tullahoma at the time and a few other places and suggested they use a service of Bell South to connect all the locations. And every time I'd run into a situation, I'd call a guy that I had met at a interconnect meeting named Michael Gibson, who was with Bell South. And he kept coming back and saying, you know, you really ought to become an agent. I said, well, we're doing this. I'm not really interested. And then he sat down and he showed me, he said, well, we did this, and here's what we would have paid Life Communications if you were an agent. So we got to looking at it, and we found we could help our customers save money, and we could make money by doing that. So we did it, and for 25 years it worked out great until Bell South was bought by AT&T, and then we just never entered into agreement with AT&T. And of course, now Life Communications is sold, and I retired from Life Communications, but I keep getting calls from different people. Recently, I had a friend, Jim Courtner, out of Winchester, call, and he said, I really want a phone system, but they're wanting $15,000 for this thing. So we put him in one for $5,800 that did the same thing.
And that'd be Moore Courtner Funeral Home.
That's right. And Jim said, I can't believe this. I said, but it's true. If you look at what you're getting and then you research what is out here, then you'll find that there's some services as well as equipment that doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. And I know I've represented Life Communications for years, and Jeff Wooten, the owner of Life Communications now, he is the type person that he's very picky. He wants everything right, and he keeps, and that's a good thing, because he wants to make sure that all of his customers are satisfied. And I have not received any complaints on Jeff and the crew that he has. They put one in at your house.
Right.
But they work hard, and I will point a lot of people to them as long as they have the best price, and normally Jeff gives a real good price, and there's other people that give good prices. So it's just whoever offers the best price for the service that's needed, and that's from access control to camera systems to basic security systems. Everybody has a need for some type of security or communications, and especially businesses. And that's what I want to put most of my knowledge towards is the businesses, but I will help, on the residential.
And I'm just guessing that at the time you were doing that, and we mentioned, of course, you were with Bell South, you were a rep for Bell South, but you're not limited to that, because there's a lot more options out there now, I believe, such as one being the Charter. Charters that furnishes phone service as well.
A lot of independent coverages. There's independent companies out here. There's a lot of different people, but if you really look at it and you want high speed, and Charter definitely one of them. I mean, they give great service. I've got them at my house. We've got them here. You've got them at your office, and they've saved quite a bit of money. And there's others. It's just you just look at which one's the best, and that's the one you go with, and that's the way we will base the what I charge. It's going to be based on savings, and let people get out of it as economically as possible.
And Jerry, we're about out of time, but tell them how they can reach you and how
they can call 931-581-4411, and if I don't answer, just leave a message, because that's my cell, and I will get back with you.
Okay, there's the number on the screen, 581-4411, for your communications needs and somebody to help guide you through that process. Jerry, thanks so much for coming by today. Folks, we'll be right back in a moment with more living right after this.
For the past 32 years, we've had an amazing Register of Deeds, Miss Ellen Vaughn. Miss Vaughn has announced her retirement and will be leaving soon. We're going to miss her professionalism and kindness. I'm Tracy Hirschman-Weibert, candidate for the office. I know these are some big shoes to fill. My education and experience has now brought me to this place in time where I'm asking you for your vote for Coffee County Register of Deeds. Let's keep a good thing going.
Vote Weibert indeed, Coffee County's most qualified. Partners for Healing provides medical care to the working uninsured of Coffee, Franklin, and Moore counties. We are in Tullahoma from 8 to 5, Monday through Thursdays, and in Manchester on Fridays from 8 to 12. We provide primary medical care and offer an in-house disease management program.
My name is Rosie Mitchell, and I would just like to say I am blessed to have partners in my life.
Please call 455-5014 for more information. Thank you for being one of our Partners for Healing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Excalibur limousine provided by AAA Limousine Service, and these are the South Jackson Gadsby girls, starting the promotion for the Great Gatsby Gala that will be held at South Jackson June 7th, 2014. Get your party hat on, folks. It's gonna be a ball. What about it, girls?
Here's to you. Welcome back. It's time for the dog. Kevin Whipple, how are you today?
I'm
it is so good to see you. Look at that dog. I'm loving that dog already. Is this a male?
Yes, he's a little boy.
And his name is Petey?
Petey. Yep, this is Petey.
How do y'all come up with the names?
Oh, sometimes we just, whatever street, if we pick them up on the street, we'll come up with something off of that.
Some off the street.
Or if we, or sometimes we just get creative.
And so you got creative and called him Petey?
Yeah.
He looks like a fairly young dog.
He is.
We're talking about the animal shelter here in Tullahoma, and if you're interested or need a good dog, you'll go to the right place if you go to the shelter. Where's the shelter located?
It's at the Public Works Department, 942 Maplewood Avenue, here in Tullahoma.
And you could go over any time during the day from 8 to 5 or something. What is it?
We're going to start, it's going to start from 7 to 7 here shortly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So people that go to work at 8 o'clock can come in before work, or they can come in after work.
Yeah, that way it'll be whichever, so that way we can kind of get a little bit of...
And you said you were a little down with dogs now.
Our numbers are going down. We're in the 50s now.
That means people are coming out to get the animals.
Yeah, we've been getting more adoptions, and people have actually been coming back to get their animals after we pick them up.
It costs a little money to take care of all these animals, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, it does.
And how do you get the money? What do we do to get the money?
Well, we're strictly donations.
It looks like you got a fundraiser coming up.
Yep, we got 2 fundraisers.
PH Fundraiser Voucher, Facebook page, or shelter, what is it?
That's our Pizza Hut fundraiser we do. And what that is we're going to be giving out vouchers at
I see.
And so when you give that voucher to them at the Pizza Hut, and then a percentage of it comes back to us.
And they get the voucher.
You can come pick it up at our shelter. You can come pick it up at the shelter on the 7th, or you can get it on our Facebook page. We're gonna have a picture, and you just print it off.
So your Facebook page would be Tullahoma Animal Shelter.
Tullahoma Animal Shelter.
And it's easy to find, and so you can join and spread the word. And you all probably put pictures of dogs on.
Oh, all the time, all the time.
Have you had Petey on? What a face! Look at that face. Who couldn't love that? How old do you think he is?
I think he's only 9 or 10 months.
He looks like a puppy. Because he loves you. It's going to be hard for you to let him go.
Some of them, it's hard not to get attached to.
Is there another fundraiser going on?
Yes, we have our Vaccinate Your Pet and a Microchip Day, which is going to be April 12th from 10 to 2.
April 12th. You find a lot of people doing the chips these days?
You don't get as many as you would think. We do get them off and on, but not too many people microchip.
I think about all these animals that disappear when a bad storm comes up.
Yeah.
And if they had a microchip, they'd be easier to locate.
Well, it is if anytime we pick up a dog, we just scan them. We got a scanner in our truck, and we just run it over their body. It picks up the microchip. We call the number, and we're able to get the dog back to you.
And to me, that seems like a wonderful thing to do, because if you value your animal.
Yeah,
I think people are doing it with children too these days.
I don't know.
But it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Maybe not.
Okay, so if you want a good dog, you call the animal shelter, and you can get a voucher and get pizza to give, and that gives a certain amount of money to you, or you can just make an out-and-out donation. Because I really hate it when I see animals that have been left on the side of the road, and I always call or try to pick them up or do something with them, and I've had them show up at my house, and I feed them until I find a place, or often I find who own the dog. Because out in the country, they do run off when a storm comes.
Oh,
Does
yeah.
this dog have his shots?
Yes, he's up to date on all his shots. He's had his rabies shot, parvo distemper shot. He's also heartworm negative, so no heartworms.
So this dog is healthy and ready to go.
Oh, he's ready to go.
How about the neutering or whatever?
It's anytime you adopt from us, it's a $35 adoption fee, cash or check, and with that you get a certificate to get them spayed or neutered for free at the Middle Tennessee Spay and Neuter Clinic in Shelbyville.
And that's very kind of the Spay and Neuter Clinic.
Yes, they work with us a lot.
To work with you, and I think that's something everybody needs to remember. It's important to spay or neuter your animals, unless you want to raise a litter and take care of them.
Yep.
The worst thing in the world is to raise a litter and not have any place for them to go.
Not have any place for them.
Because they need to be taken care of.
That's a lot of what it is.
I think that animals have very much like people. They just don't talk the same way.
Yeah, they communicate different. I agree. And each dog down there has its own personality. So.
Do you have a favorite size or a favorite dog?
No, I kind of like a little bit of everything. So.
Well, you've got a good one here, and I would like to see somebody take this dog. Is he trained pretty much to go outside?
Oh, I think he can. If he's not all the way, he can be trained really easy.
And do you think this dog would be all right inside or outside?
He'd do both. He'd be good with both.
Because he's really not a wild dog. It's just a young dog.
Yeah, he's young right now. He's energetic, like kids. You know, they're energetic when they.
He would be good with a family with children.
Yep, or an active family.
Yeah, an active family, because he seemed to be an active dog.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I would encourage people to go pick up vouchers for pizzas and to call the animal clinic if you're interested in a dog, or if you see a dog that needs to be picked up. I think that's an important thing. Yep. Thank you, Kevin.
And thank you very much.
We love what the animal shelter does, and we love the dogs. We'll be back with more of Living.
Thank you.
Smoking tobacco accounts for 3 of every 10 fire deaths in the United States.
Tullahoma Fire Department. Need you en route to a structure fire, 202 Main Street. Heavy smoke showing. Neighbors advise child trapped inside.
Lighters, matches, and associated smoking paraphernalia are the leading cause of preschooler fire deaths. We as firefighters know that most structure fires can be prevented.
I've got one! Command, this is primary search. We have a victim. Need EMS to meet us at the front door.
Please help us to give you a fighting chance. This can be prevented. Contact the Tullahoma Fire Department for a free home safety inspection.
What's a Tennessee vacation? It starts off like any road trip, and then, boom, adventure and thrills everywhere you look, which happens to be some of the most beautiful scenery in the country. Music here, history there, and all kinds of green in between. Come relax and unwind, or bring the crowd for some stargazing, or stargazing. Whatever you do, come hungry and expect an awesome soundtrack. It's all right here in Tennessee. We're playing your song. For a free vacation guide, visit tnvacation.com.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
The Charter Triple Play lets you experience TV, internet, and phone the way you want with no contracts. Hooked on HD? Now over 100 HD channels available. Movie lover? Get 10,000 on-demand movies and shows. 1,500 in HD, including movies in 3D. Missing your favorite shows? Record and watch TV with DVR service for 4 rooms and over 780 hours of storage space. Get Charter TV for $29.99 a month. Photo Fiend, Music Fan, Video Streamer? Switch to super fast Charter Internet and do it all with the bandwidth to support all your devices. At 30 megabits per second, Charter Internet is 10 times faster than the phone company's DSL. Get Charter Internet for $29.99 a month. Want more talk for less? Charter Phone has unlimited long-distance calling with no added fees like the phone company charges. Get Charter Phone for $29.99 a month. The new Charter Triple Play. TV, internet, and phone for just $29.99 a month each when bundled.
Call 855-81-T-PLAY now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and you know, every now and then I take a trip to the Enchanted Village, and that is Bell Buckle, Tennessee, and you never know what you can find in Bell Buckle. And a great thing for April Fool's Day for me is I have Judy from Southern Charm here with me, and her lovely assistant
Bethany.
Bethany, excuse me, I forgot your name, Bethany.
Okay.
I'm sorry. And they have brought English tea to the set today.
Yeah.
And
this is Jenny.
And that's Jenny.
And Jenny, she's one of the hostesses that helps serve the tea when we have it on Tuesday afternoons.
Right. So what happens at Southern Charm is on Tuesday afternoons there is a tea. And what time is that,
It's
Judy?
complimentary tea with homemade scones and whatever we decide on sweets, and it's from 2 to 4 every Tuesday afternoon, and it's complimentary, and we just encourage everyone to come.
Now it's complimentary. That means it doesn't cost anything.
That's right, and it's an English tea. That's right.
English tea.
It's our promotion.
For a promotional to get some of the ladies in to where they can see what you have in the store.
That's right.
Which is great, and I want to just sort of point out here, you know, there's scones here, and there's a beautiful fresh baked apple pie. We're going to get into that while you watch this little bit of video here. Catch a picture of that there, Julia. Do I need to raise that up? Yeah, we'll watch video right now, and what's happening here is
that's one of our regulars having a taste of our goodies.
Having a taste of the cake, and you can see they're in their shop. They have cheese and they have tea set up, and it's just a fun thing to do. And we're going to show you some of the other things around the shop. Here's some of the wonderful clothing. And what is that material right there? That's almost like a linen or a gauze. That's right, and it's
Bethany's the one that's going to tell us that.
It's actually a tunic dress, and so the tunic comes off over the top, and there are some other ones. There's a longer version.
Now look at that. That's sort of like what you have on today, isn't it?
Yes, it's one of our lace dresses, and it too is convertible. The top comes off so you can have just the shirt or the dress.
And then we have just some shots around the store, because we want you folks to realize that this is not just a food store. This is not just a clothing store. It is a store with pad rags, which are your brand name shoes.
One of
that
our
you
babies
carry.
have pad rags on today.
You know, there's baby clothing. There's everything from posy pots, glassware, furniture, plateware.
It's an independent department store.
There you go. There you go.
6 departments.
And it's right there in downtown Bell Buckle, Tennessee. And look at that.
Oh,
look at that wink. Isn't that great?
Oh,
what a great way to end that.
Yes.
You know, so we just want everybody to realize that the store is loaded up for spring, ready to go.
Ready to go. And one of the reasons that we're wearing these hats, of course, is because we're having hat night on April the 10th at the store. Again, a full complimentary meal from 6 to 9 and a hat contest.
Okay. How often do you do that?
We do it annually. And that is, again, a promotion for us, so there's no charge, and we just encourage everyone to come out and have it's just a ball. It's funny.
So that's April the what?
April the 10th, Thursday night.
Thursday night, April the 10th is hat night. Now, tell us what we have up here right now. We have some models. Look at that. Isn't that adorable?
Right now, she's actually wearing part of our baby department. We've got the headbands and the little socks, shoes, and then the dress. And then the dress also comes with the leggings. And her mother is actually wearing some more of our fashion. She's got on a necklace that can either be worn short or long. I have it on as the short version. And then she's got one of our mini scarves that we offer. And of course, one of our best-selling lines, Noelle, is the dress that she's wearing. So.
And I love the fabrics. Don't you like the fabric of that dress? Isn't it comfortable? Right.
Thank you, honey. Thanks.
So, I'm going to try some of this tea. My wife would be proud of me
for trying some
tea.
Didn't steep long.
Okay, we now I know why I don't particularly care for. Tell us who we have here, Beth.
This here is one of our loyal customers and her son, and he's got on one of our baby hats that's reversible. He's also modeling our children's sunglasses and the backpacks too that are great for kids his age or even into preschool, and we've got different styles at the store. And then his mother is wearing our one piece. It's actually a onesie, and it's adorable. We picked it up when we just went to Atlanta, bringing in some new fashions. And we have a clutch that's convertible as well. It can go across body, and then the beautiful scarf that we just got in, part of our new arrivals all the time.
Pad rags.
So, oh, and he has the pad rags on too that we were just talking about.
There's your pad rags,
There's
John.
the pad rags.
Yeah.
So that's a one-piece dress right there. You said
It
it's
is.
a onesie?
Yep.
Yes.
It's not necessarily a dress. It's
It's actually pants
it's
too.
pants.
Yep.
Yeah. So isn't that cool?
And this is just in.
Okay, just in right now. Look at that. Just in. Isn't she pretty?
Isn't she gorgeous?
And this
Look
is-
at that.
This is one of our Made in USA line that we're bringing in called Shane Lee. It's actually made up in Kentucky, and it comes with the scarf. Now, the scarf charm we added, but we also sell a variety of those. And then the purse, too. It can either go, it can adjust shorter or longer. And then we've got the earrings, which are Silver Forest, and they are made up in Vermont. So this is more of our Made in USA line here. And then we've got a variety of accessories like the rings and the sunglasses that she's wearing, too. So.
And this is made in the U.S.
All right, and I noticed the other day when I was down there looking around and looking at some of the video, because we couldn't use all of the video that Greg sent because we want to use these lovely models. You know, you have scarves, purses, a whole lot of jewelry.
Yes.
A whole lot of jewelry down there. So much we couldn't show all of the jewelry, and your dress line and your clothing line is wonderful. The pad rags is our
signature
brand name.
Yes.
Knitted shoe.
Exclusive to our store in Tennessee. We're the only store that carries.
And so that is a knitted shoe with a leather sole.
Yes, you wear them inside and
Inside, outside,
Yeah.
and you look
They're
like you got
fabulous.
your booties on and you're comfortable.
That's right, and I
you're
usually
comfortable.
wear
You
mine.
Usually have them on all the time.
And we're also wanting you to know that, typical of Greg Heineke and all he does for that community, that there is a benefit for
Corey
Phillips and Russ Taff. With several Grammys behind him, is one of the performers with Valerie Smith and others. So it's
Corey's fighting cancer, isn't
Yes, yes.
When's that going to be?
That's Saturday. Starts at 3 in the afternoon and goes through the day. And they've got great stuff: music, food, silent auction, and so on. So stop by Southern Charm before 3, and then go over and take in the events at the Bell Buckle Banquet Hall. That's right.
And stop by the Bell Buckle Cafe, which, of course, as I say always, is my favorite place in the world to eat. The food is
but now be careful. Then you have to come to Southern Charm for the homemade pie.
Southern Charm for the pie. Can't be show a favoritism here, but and what you said, it's great what Greg and his family do and have done to support Bell Buckle and all things good down there. It's a great place to go. Great folks to visit. Southern Charm as well.
Southern Charm is Greg is one of the owners, so you know how well things are done.
Right. And Scott Pallett's going to be back here pretty soon. I think he's going to be back in April at the banquet hall. So keep that in mind. And folks, Judy and Bethany, thank you so much.
Thank you, John.
Being with us today. We appreciate this. What a lovely spread. Folks, you can find it at Southern Charm in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. We'll be right back after these messages.
Thank you.
The final countdown has begun on the remaining 2013s at Russell Barnett Kia. With only a few left in inventory, these deals are amazing. Check out this 2013 Kia Sportage, yours today for $21,500 or $349 a month. That's incredible. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. So come on down to Russell Barnett Kia and let us show you why we are #1 in customer satisfaction. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
Serving you as a local firefighter.
Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force.
Serving Tullahoma.
Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Welcome back to Living. I am so honored today to have on the set with me Miss Courtney Miller. You're Tennessee's young distinguished woman.
Yes.
And we are so proud that you're from right here in Tullahoma. You're the third one that's made it
so far. Yes, ma'am.
And so we have a lot to be thankful for.
Yes, ma'am.
And grateful to all the things that you have done that make you the young woman that you are.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about the Distinguished Young Woman program.
The Distinguished Young Woman program is a scholarship program for girls, and it is an active program in every state of the country. And basically what it is a scholarship program, like I said before, and all the girls will compete in fitness, scholastics, interview, and self-expression, and they will also do a talent portion.
And so for your talent portion, what did you do?
I do
something in fitness.
I'm a gymnast, and so I do an acrobatic dance routine that has some gymnastics incorporated into it. And it's
Did you work that whole routine yourself?
Well,
or did you have some help?
Actually, I had Miss Beverly Long, who helps the THS Aristocats.
You gotta love Beverly.
Oh, yes, absolutely. She helped choreograph the routine, and since then I've kind of tweaked just a little bit, adding a little bit more tumbling, but she originally created the routine. So.
I wonder, was there lots of fitness people that in the program?
Yes, quite a few actually.
Probably more singers.
Yes,
maybe,
we had some singers, dancers, we've had painters. I mean, I just went to the East Tennessee at Large program, and they had a girl who actually did towel art, like you see on the cruise ships.
Oh, yeah.
She actually did towel art. And basically, the Distinguished Young Woman program, we are up for any real girl. I mean, if you want to get out there and grill a T-bone steak on stage, my goodness, get out there. Yes, ma'am.
Just go do it.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the next step for you?
The next step for me is going to Mobile, Alabama for nationals, and I'll be competing.
Are you excited?
I'm excited. Yes, of course I'm excited about that, but I'm a little bit nervous. It's just, I thought state was scary, but this is just a whole nother level. Yes.
How many? Is there 50?
There's 50. There's one girl from every state.
One girl from every state. So that's a big.
There's a lot of competition.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think you'll have a bit of problem.
No, thank you.
Have you aspired to do this for a long time? What made you make the final decision to get involved?
Well, actually, Miss Donna Brewer, she was my English teacher in 10th grade. Every day I'd walk in there, she'd go, "You are going to do the Distinguished Young Woman program, right? You're going to be in it." I'm like, "Well, I don't know." And she's like, "Nope, you're going to be in it." And so finally, after her getting at me all the time, I was just like, maybe I should. So I did it.
You certainly should. You're beautiful and obviously very bright and very fit.
Thank you.
And how about when you go to these things, do you pick out all your own clothes? Or do you have someone that has to help you?
I get kind of like, I can get the ideas, and then my state director, Miss Tracy Fant, actually is kind of the one that will be like, yes or no to it. So
I see.
But I do get a say in it, which I'm happy about.
So you get a say, right. And you will compete with all these other young women, and the winner, what happens? What does the winner get?
Well, the winner actually has her chance at getting $55,000 in scholarship. So it is a big thing.
That is big.
Yes.
And I think there's more than one scholarship, isn't there?
Actually,
or is there just one?
There is.
I think there's several.
There's several things. You have overall fitness, you can have overall scholastic, and you can have Spirit Award. There's just a different scholarship for it.
Yes, good scholarships up there.
Not just the winner gets her chance at scholarship.
Well, what is your main focus as far as interview? What do you usually like to talk about?
Well, usually they talk about current events, and that mostly on the national level. It is an interview. It's a 10-minute interview, and it's about the current events, and they'll also...
So do you get up every day and go through the current events on your iPad or something?
Well, I should be. Now am I? I don't, not all the time. It's hard. It's hard to get up there being a teenager and say, oh, I'm going to go look at the news. It's not my prime pick in TV, but I need to, and I do a little bit of it,
And,
yes.
Probably every day you have to touch base with what's going on in the world.
My dad actually helps me quite a bit with that, so, yeah.
So do you have a certain project that you support?
Yes, it's actually the Be Your Best Self program, and it was created in 1987. The Distinguished Young Woman program launched it, and basically what it is a program that encourages young boys and girls, even older people, men and women, to be active, be involved, and get into their community and just lead a healthy life.
And don't just sit down on the couch.
Exactly.
And go to sleep.
Exactly. There's 5 principles, and
what are they?
They're be healthy, be active, be involved, be responsible, and be studious.
That's wonderful.
So they really encompass a whole lot about just being a good person and just leading a good life.
That's how to live.
Yes, absolutely.
And I mean, what fun is there in being old and not living?
Exactly.
So I think this is an important message to get out there.
It is.
Children all the way up to seniors on their last leg.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I think all of Tullahoma and all the state of Tennessee is proud of you.
Thank you.
I think that you're going to go far. Do you have anything you'd like to say to the people your age?
I just want to say that I challenge every single one of you during the week of April 21st through the 25th to get out, get involved, get into your community, and just get in there and have fun, of course, and just be active, be involved, be a good person.
What are some of the community activities that you're involved in?
I am actually involved in, I work with Second Harvest Food Bank, and yes, they're a huge program, and it's not just in the state of Tennessee, but I work with them, and I've had canned food drives, and I have delivered food across Tennessee, and it's just that's just something that I like to delve into.
Because there are people that are hungry.
Yes.
And our time is almost up, Courtney. I want you to know that I feel so blessed to have you representing Tullahoma in the state of Tennessee and now in the nation.
Thank you.
We're going to expect big things from you always.
Thank you.
Win, lose, or draw. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We'll be back with more of Living.
Looking for a unique gift for someone special, or perhaps something just for yourself? Then you need to check out Grady Mac Denim Company, right here in the heart of Tullahoma. Grady Mac features the full line of men's and women's Lucky brand apparel. Stop in and check out our denim production line. Grady Mac offers a full line of outdoor sporting apparel and much more. And check out our custom fly fishing equipment, fine art, and signed sports memorabilia. There's something for everyone at Grady Mac Denim Company, the most unique store in Tullahoma.
The Russell Barnett Ford family has over 300 vehicles in inventory, both new and pre-owned. With vehicles starting as low as $29.95, along with rebates and incentives up to $10,000, you will not need to look any further than the Russell Barnett Ford family. Surrounded by great attitudes and even better prices, we want to save you time and money. So look no further than Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Russell Barnett Ford of Winchester, or visit us on the web at russellbarnett.com. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
We get closer to a world with more birthdays when we take cancer patients by the hand. We help them find answers and guidance and hope, and give them more candles to light. We're the American Cancer Society. Help create a world with more birthdays at morebirthdays.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're pleased to have joining us now from the Bedford County Cancer Foundation. To my left is Virginia Stewart, and to her left is Kay Adcock. And it's about time, I believe, ladies, for your annual fundraiser over there, is it not?
Yes, it is. It'll be Saturday, April the 12th, and it's the Walking for Cancer Horse Show. It's our main fundraiser for the year.
Now, it's quite appropriate, I think, that being from Shelbyville, that you would be using that vehicle to have a fundraiser. And it's early in the year, so I bet this is something that generates a lot of excitement in the walking horse business.
It does, and it's early enough that the weather's pleasant usually. It's not, real hot, and so we get a good turnout.
Uh-huh. Are you allowed to show your horses in this
yes.
event? Oh, okay. So do you plan to?
I have a couple I'm hoping to show.
Great. Okay. Tell us a little bit about the Shelbyville Cancer, or rather the Bedford County Cancer Foundation.
Well, we're 5 years old, and our main purpose is to help people in Bedford County who have cancer and who are having financial difficulties due to having cancer. They may be taking chemo and they can't go to work, and so that's our main purpose. We're not affiliated with any other organization. Whatever we raise, our motto is kind of what we raise stays, and it goes to help Bedford County residents. And Kay is the one that takes the applications from people, who are applying for assistance.
And we're always glad to help them with those applications. We will go and help them fill those out. We'll make copies of their required paperwork. They're fairly simple, but at the same time, when you're going through everything that a cancer patient's going through, it may seem like another mountain to climb. So we're glad to help them with that in any way that we can and make it as simple for them as possible. Then once they are approved through our board of directors for assistance, we can do things. Each case is individualized. We may help pay rent or mortgage payments. We might help with a car payment or car insurance. We might help with an electric bill, groceries, wherever their biggest needs may be. Then our board literally votes on that. Once that's voted on and taken care of, we personally go and make those payments so that the patient is not put out in any way.
I would imagine that a lot of people that are touched with cancer, even if they have insurance or such, there's all kinds of other expenses.
Absolutely.
There's so many expenses, and that's one thing that the foundation does. We don't help with medications or with doctor's bills, but we help with the things that you worry about every day, your daily living expenses.
I see. And I would imagine the way you describe the process of getting assistance from your foundation, that it probably moves pretty quick because you guys really make those decisions yourself.
In-house, that's right. Once we get the application, it is reviewed by a committee. It wouldn't take any more than 4 weeks at the most. We do have to vote on it at our committee meetings. So we have a committee meeting this afternoon. So if someone applied tomorrow, it could be as much as a month before we got got everything. But it's typically not that long. It's typically no more than 2 to 3 weeks once all the paperwork is completed. So yes, it is a fairly quick fix, hopefully.
Okay. Do you have a goal for what you hope to raise, or?
We raised at the horse show last year, a little over $21,000,
right?
Which I think was our best year. So we're hoping we can meet that or
we'd love to exceed that, of course, just because that means more people that we can help.
Raising that kind of money, you must have a lot of volunteers that help with.
It's all volunteers.
Is it?
Yeah, and it's great people that do help.
Right.
And it's not just our board of directors, but we have other volunteers in the community who see it as a great thing that we're able to do for the community. And so they come and help with this particular horse show. We have other fundraisers as well that we have community leaders that help us in those areas. We have a 5K in the fall, and we've sold T-shirts. So we do a lot of other things. But the horse show is the meat of our fundraisers.
So if I understand correctly, it's all volunteers really, from the fundraiser, from actually having the show to actually dispensing funds.
Everything is volunteer. There's no paid salaries.
Right. You mentioned that your organization is like 5 years old. What motivated you folks to put that together initially?
someone came up with the idea and felt that there was a need, and got a group of us together, and we thought, yeah, well, that's a great idea, and we've just been working at it for 4 or 5 years now, and have increased our board, as time goes, and we would welcome anyone who has an interest to either come join the group or call us if they'd like to make a donation in honor or in memory of someone. And we have a website. It's www.Bedford Cancer Foundation. And then I think we have a Twitter account and all, which I don't tweet, so I don't know what but we have several things, and we're on Facebook and all. So,
and there is an application if anyone is interested in assistance. They're welcome to go online at BedfordCancerFoundation.com, print off an application, fill that out. Or if they prefer to call me, I'll be glad to help in any way I can. And my phone number is 931-580-9518.
So that's 580-9518.
Correct.
If you need more information after you see this interview, there you go. We'll get it up on the screen there for you. So now, this is probably also, Virginia, I know you're a big walking horse fan and own some walking horses. And, this is probably a great opportunity for people to come and see the walking horses if that maybe is not something you've done. And at the same time, help a really great cause.
Help a great cause, come out and watch a good show. We have a great kitchen crew. In fact, our president, Jennifer Dameron, and some of her family head up the kitchen crew. We have good hamburgers, hot dogs with chili. I insist on chili. Country ham. And then a lot of volunteers do the desserts, which are outstanding. So it just makes for a fun evening, and we're going to have a silent auction this year. And
it's just a big community effort.
Right.
Everybody coming together for a wonderful cause.
Yeah, it sounds to me like there's something there for everybody. Now that you've introduced the food aspect of it, boy, that's sounding great. That's sounding great too. So that's another reason to attend this event.
We work real hard to put on a good show and make it fun and entertaining for everybody as much as possible. And
I know that from talking to you over the years that you guys take great pride in the fact that you distribute these funds that you raise in a prudent manner, and try to make sure that only those who are very needy are
exactly. We try to be good stewards of the funds that we're given, but at the same time help those that are in the greatest need.
I believe I'm saying this right, with Kay's committee, they also require doctors to sign off on the application.
Yes, prognosis, diagnosis, those are required in writing. Those are things that we have to have so that we know that we're doing the right thing.
I don't know the specific numbers, but cancer is something that's probably at least going to touch the vast majority of the population,
absolutely,
whether personally or someone that you know and love.
Right.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're right there. I just want to mention, too, that we have a class, it's the Pink Ribbon class, where some of our amateurs are going to be riding in honor or in memory of someone. Doesn't have to be a relative, but a friend or whatever. So that's always kind of a highlight, is the Pink Ribbon class.
Okay.
But we're going to have 30 classes. It starts at 5 o'clock on Saturday, August the 12th. And we sell parking spaces around the arena for $50 if anybody wants a parking space.
By that you mean you can pull right up to the...
You can pull right up and sit in your car, or some people pull the truck and back the truck up and have chairs on the back of the truck, and an ice chest or whatever, some make a big party out of it, and it's fun.
Right.
It's fun.
Okay, I don't know that this, again, is coming up when?
Saturday, did I say August a while ago?
No.
Oh, okay.
So.
Saturday, April 12th.
Okay.
At 5 o'clock.
Okay, not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
Correct.
And it's going to be held where?
At the Bedford Ag Center.
Bedford Ag Center.
On Midland Road. Yeah.
Okay. And if you still want to put entries in and actually show your horse, I assume you can still do that as well.
You can enter that up till hour or so
Showtime.
before
Yeah.
showtime.
Okay.
And if anybody wants to help sponsor some ribbons, it's $50 sponsorship for ribbons, $75 to sponsor a trophy, and you can do that in honor or in memory of someone, and $200 to sponsor a class.
Okay, all right. So, and if you just want to donate some money to the Bedford Cancer Foundation, I'm sure they would take that.
We'll
as well.
take that too.
All right, ladies, thank you so much for coming by
Well,
today.
thank you for having us here.
Thank you
A
for the
great
opportunity.
cause, and I know you guys are just do a wonderful job with it. We appreciate it very much, and encourage you folks to check it out on April the 12th at the Ag Center in Shelbyville. We'll be right back with more living following these messages.
The highest standard of trust offers a sense of safety and comfort. It's established over time. You know when you see it. You know when you feel it. There's a standard of trust in healthcare. It's the Joint Commission Gold Seal of Approval. In 2003, Life Care Center of Tullahoma voluntarily achieved this accreditation and maintains it still today. Life Care, meeting a higher standard because residents matter most.
Have you heard that little voice that beckons you to come home to Tennessee? Well, here's your chance. Here's a property offered by its owner. It's 20 miles from the National Walking Horse Celebration grounds in Shelbyville, Tennessee, and only 10 minutes away from the Jack Daniel Distillery in Lynchburg. It's located at 769 Shipman Creek Road. This property has over a 5,300 square foot home on 45 acres, and a sprawling 200 acres is also available. Let's take a look at the house. Built in 1998, this home has 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. This home offers wide open views, featuring the main floor with over 2,700 square feet of living room, an eat-in kitchen, a formal dining area, and a massive 20 by 19 master bedroom with a master bath and fireplace included. There is craftsmanship at every turn, solid cherry cabinets, built-in cherry shelves, and other solid cherry appointments. It's a 2-story home with 3 nicely sized bedrooms upstairs. Down a spiral staircase, the basement hosts a 40 by 40 den with a handcrafted bar. We're leaving the jukebox here, folks. The basement is a recreation room on steroids. There are too many closets to count and more than you'll ever need. There are so many places in this home to find peace that you'll seldom want to leave it. But when you do, you'll discover up to 200 acres of paved roads with city water. The property is quilted with streams, woods, ponds, and open pasture. The view from the porch alone is enough to say you're home. The property includes a 3-bay heavy construction shop and plenty of room to build stables and graze livestock. If Tennessee's been calling you home, start your journey by calling this number. A property like this comes on the market but once in a lifetime. We think you'll love it. We think you'll stay. This is a very real estate.
I'm meteorologist Leland Statham from the News Channel 5 Weather Center. Look to Jim Fuller and crew for local news night here on Channel 6.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Winston Brooks has dropped by to see us today, and what we're going to do is talk about the upcoming health fair that's being sponsored by the city and all kinds of other great folks involving in trying to help you keep healthy. That's right. And Winston, what's the latest on this? When's it going to happen?
Well, John, this Health Fair and Fitness Expo is going to be on this Saturday, April 5th from 9 till noon. And let me just, first of all, thank you for letting me come down here and talk with you today. It's a great pleasure to be with a famous songwriter.
Oh, no. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Now, but we're going to have a great time. This is going to be an exciting event. It's going to be a lot of fun for the family, for your kids, for the students. And, in fact, the first 50 students that show up Saturday morning are going to get free tokens for the arcade at Northgate Mall.
Okay.
This event is happening at Northgate Mall. And we've got over 40 vendors, health and fitness related vendors. We've got a full program of shows that morning, starting with CrossFit at 9 o'clock. They're going to do a demonstration and kind of let people see what CrossFit is.
Right.
And I don't know if you've done CrossFit yet or not, but CrossFit is a kind of a new workout sensation. And you kind of have to be fit already to do CrossFit.
Right.
But so it's kind of taking it to the next level. But there's a ton of people that do it together, and they have so much fun doing it. And so it's not your typical go to the gym and be miserable type of thing. They have a lot of fun.
Go to the gym and be miserable.
Right.
You know, and that's one of the things I'm sure someone explains during all of this is I'm one of those folks that I force, and I finally figured out that you don't have to be perfect every day that you go to work out.
That's it.
You know, because what ends up happening is you end up getting sore and you end up getting miserable, and it's not any fun, and you quit.
You got to find that lifestyle change that you can live with.
Right. There you.
And I like
a great way of putting it.
And it means that you can live with on a day-to-day basis, but also it's going to increase your length of your life, because with the chronic diabetes and the obesity that is going on, that's the trend that we're trying to reverse with this Get Fit Tullahoma initiative.
You want a piece of pie?
Man, that looks fantastic. And you know what? That kind of food is okay in moderation.
It's okay.
And you just got to find that movement that works for you. And so, for example, the Estill Springs Square Dancers will be down there, and square dancing is a great way to get some exercise.
Oh yeah, they were on the show 2 weeks ago.
Man, did they teach you something?
No, they didn't. They didn't dance that day, but we had You
got to come out. They'll be there at
and of course,
10:30.
Tom and Rita Best are friends of mine, and they've done it for years, and that's a great thing. But what this expo is going to do is show you not just one way. You know, this is not about one thing or two things. There will be multiple people down there
multiple ways
where you can find something that you enjoy. It might be canoeing or kayaking.
That's a great way to put it, and that's what it's all about, is finding a fitness activity that you enjoy doing.
Right.
And there's going to be a lot of opportunity there. There's going to be paddle boards, but then on the other side of that is the health. So there's going to be several services that you can get for free. There's going to be different screenings, cataracts, glaucoma, blood screenings. And then we've got some great prizes. Just for coming down and visiting the booths, you'll be entered to win several great prizes. The grand prize is going to be a 2014 membership to the community center gyms and pool. The first prize is going to be an autographed football from Titan safety Michael Griffin. And then we've got several other great prizes, some Regal movie passes and Food Line gift cards and iTunes and app stores. Maybe they go download that new song.
That new song of mine?
No, but it's going to be a great. We've got just to recap on the different demonstrations you don't want to miss. Tim's Ford Park Ranger is going to be there doing early hunting in the Elk River Valley. Molly Gupta, boy, what great advocate for the community. Going to be doing a karate demonstration. Mentioned the square dancers. We got Snap Fitness. They're going to be doing everything from low impact aerobics up to high impact aerobics, trying to find that
she
right
was here
space
last
for you.
week talking
Absolutely.
to us about this.
And then the Mayor's Fitness Challenge at 11:30. We'll end it, and the U.S. Marines are going to be down there. Well, the U.S. Marines are going to be down there with their mobile pull-up bar, and so we're going to ask people to sign up as they come to the event, and then we're going to see who can do the most pull-ups and be the champion of Tullahoma.
Now, is the mayor going to set the bar for that?
Yes.
Or are you, as his substitute, as in sometimes you are the mayor's substitute? Is he going to let you?
Now.
You're going to be surrogate Lane to go up there and do that?
Well, no, I couldn't do that, but I am going to go ahead and make the announcement now that he will be up there trying to see how many pull-ups he can do.
Good.
I'm going to commit to at least one. And I've also committed to doing some square dancing too, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
You'll be there to do some square dancing with me?
Probably will. We can square dance.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It really will.
We'll have a good time.
And there's going to be some really meaningful and important health services there, as well as a great opportunity to see what types of activities are out there to get involved with that can change your lifestyle.
Winston, thank you so much for what you do, buddy. It's always a pleasure to have Winston come in because he's so full of information and so excited about the new things that are going on in our city. You know, what we're trying to do around here is turn this into a place that you want to stay and live because it's exciting, it's fun, you're happy, and you can do just almost anything you want to do right here in Tullahoma. And
That's right.
And Winston's helping that happen, a lot of the mayor's initiatives, and we just appreciate the job you're doing.
Well, you're very welcome.
You're doing a good job.
Oh, I'm having a lot of fun.
And your bride is, you're a lucky man. You're one of those guys like me that kind of over married, just married up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Married
Absolutely.
up and great kids. How many kids you have?
Got two young kids.
Two young ones.
And the school system. And, another great asset of the community is our school system.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. They are going to be out there. The host of students from the high school will be out at the health fair as well. That's a great organization.
Yeah.
But I was talking with Bob beforehand, and the young ladies that you had on here before, all products of Tullahoma City Schools.
Tullahoma City Schools.
Absolutely.
Right. Winston Brooks, thank you, buddy.
Thanks,
we'll
you bet,
see you
John.
then. That's the health fair this Saturday at Northgate Mall, starting early. 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whenever it starts, you be
9
there.
a.m.
9 a.m. You be there and have some fun and learn how to be healthy. We'll be right back after these messages. Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the paint. Uh-oh. I just knocked a tree over. This is the paint doctor. I got the color wheel. Now, you know what a color wheel is? It is the wheel at the paint works where you pick all your colors to paint your room. It could be a multicolored beard. It could be a underarm fan. You never can tell. One thing we do know is that it's time to paint. You know, you can make your wife very happy if you go to your house and paint some rooms, or you paint the outside of the house, the inside of the house. It makes them feel very good because you work hard for them and they like that. All women like to see their man sweat. You know, they do. Honeydew is what they do. And you get to do it too. So you go to the Paint Works at 1960 North Washington Street and you see David Heikkinen over there, and he's the real paint doctor. He fix you up with color. It's so nice when the color is right. Go to Paintworks today. Martin Senor. See? Martin Senor. Right there. Martin Senor at the Paintworks. Bye, and we see you next time. I'm burning up.
Today's Charter tip, set up your parental controls. Children don't always know what they should and shouldn't watch, but parents do, and Charter can help. Charter's parental controls are easy to set up. All you need is a 4-digit PIN. Then you can lock specific titles, channels, and show ratings. Even hide program titles and block paid programming purchases. Family protection in just 4 digits. Another way Charter gives you more. Visit charter.net/tips to get started.
Oh, welcome back. We should have gotten some instruction. Spot of tea.
A spot of tea. It is.
Is there some way you're supposed to hold your finger? When
your finger goes. No. Your finger goes.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm doing this right or not.
That Miss Judy Osborne. She has more cute ideas.
Oh, they're showing me over there. Okay.
You go to Shelbyville.
I hate to. I would really hate to drop this cup.
We probably couldn't afford that cup.
Exactly. And you know, there's a big mystery that's occurred here during the show, because that pie was a whole pie when we started, and now there's a big chunk out of it. We don't know what happened, but we're going to get to the bottom of this.
Julia took it backstage.
I'm going to taste my scone.
Oh, I need to do that too. I've never had a scone.
You've never had a scone?
No.
Well, people, if you never had a scone, you need to go to Shelbyville.
Absolutely.
Good.
Isn't that good?
Good stuff.
I love it.
Outstanding.
Southern Charm.
Southern Charm.
Folks, I'm going to tell you what.
You can get clothes, you can get scones, you can have every Tuesday afternoon.
You can get furniture, you can get dishes, you can get bird houses, you can get pad rags, you can get baby clothes, you can get wall hangings, mirrors, chairs, beds, outdoor furniture. I guarantee you, and if they don't have it and you want it, Judy will send John out and he'll come dragging it back. I guarantee you that.
Absolutely, and the beautiful women are just an added touch.
Oh yeah,
they're all beautiful women that you're going to encounter there. This, by the way, is excellent. My first one. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah. Very good.
It's very tasty.
It's not overpoweringly sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It has just enough sweet in it to be enjoyable, but not too much, not sicky sweet.
Exactly.
Very good.
Exactly.
Very good.
By the way, the guys in the control room, that is the mystery. They are the ones that
they got the pie.
They said absolutely the
pie?
best apple pie they've ever eaten.
Oh, really?
And they were
Good
serious
pie.
about that.
We're going to find out about that in just a minute.
Yeah.
I'll attest to it next time we come back.
Okay.
Folks, we got 5 seconds. Thank you very much for being with us today. You have a safe week. We look forward to seeing you next time on Just Plain Living and all over Channel 6. That's Charter Channel 6, the only real Channel 6.
See you next
week.
time. Bye-bye.
What causes all the long lines on Friday afternoons? What brings a stockbroker to the bar to drink away his blues? What causes all the young kids to set up a lemonade stand? What forces the poor man to swallow his pride and hold out his hand? Some save it, some waste it, and the greedy man always seems to chase it. A lot of us tend to gamble it all away. Yeah, yeah. Hand to hand each and every day makes the world go round. That's a song people say. Read about it being sweeter than honey. It's a little bit of thing called money. Yeah. A little bit of thing called. Sinks down in the water. It's finding wishing wells. It's caused many thieves to be locked up in all those prison cells. And if plants don't deliver us tables in the most small town cafe, and to get this place in that special card, waiting that birthday. Some save it, some waste it, and the greedy man always seems to chase it. A lot of us tend to gamble it all away. Makes the world go round, that's a song people say. Read about it being sweeter than honey. It's a little bit of thing called money. Yeah. A little bit of thing called. Still been seen growing on trees, but I has fulfilled a lot of girlfriends' dreams when the boyfriend bought a diamond ring. Think about all those tears and all the years they'll spend together. Some save it, some waste it, and the greedy man always seems to chase it. A lot of us tend to gamble it all away. Yeah, yeah. Hand to hand each and every day makes the world go round. That's a song people say. Even read about it being sweeter than honey. It's a little bit of thing called money. Yeah. A little bit of thing called. A little bit of thing called. A little bit of thing called. Money, money, money.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh my.
That'd be a thing called money.
The one.
Yeah.
Huh?
We all need.
Yeah. I wrote one time called Money Ain't Nothing But Trouble. I'm going to throw all mine away.
Let's, you want to do one off that High Roller album? You want to do that Light of Day?
Awesome. Let's do it.
What do you think?
Guitar on it?
No.
Okay.
You want to play mandolin?
I'll play whatever you want me to play.
Hey, hey.
A good little brother takes.
Well,
Yeah, he's going to say it right. He takes orders well.
Yeah.
He takes orders well.
Well, he is on a second. He was on a second marriage. I mean, there's a lot to be said for that, right?
Don't confuse my kindness for weakness.
We slap him around. We slap him around a little bit.
There's one thing our grandpa always told us. He always tell us growing up. He said it's going to get real dark, baby, before you see the light of day. So, had to write a song about it.
There you go.
I hear people talking, saying everything's going downhill. And others simply say it could all be cured with a pill. Yeah, tricks on the human mind. It's gonna be a real dog, baby, before we see the light of day. No, it sounds crazy, but it always seems to work out that way. Yeah, so dry your eyes and smile, dear honey. You'll soon see a day when it's gonna be sunny. It's a real dog, baby, before we see the light of day. Oh shit, it's a light, son. You spilt your milk, and all the flowers in your world, they just sing well. Yeah, smile there, friend, I got good news. When Sandy's gone, this is what you do. Sing this little song when trouble comes along. It's gonna be a real dog, baby, before we see the light of day. I know it sounds crazy, but it always seems to work out that way. Smile, dear honey, you'll soon see a day when it's gonna be sunny. It's a real dog, baby, before we see the light of day. It's gonna be a real dog, baby, before we see the light of day. It's gonna be a real dog, baby, before we see the light of day. It's gonna be a real dog, baby, before we see the light of day. It's gonna be a real dog, baby, before we see the light of day.
Thanks for having us, buddy. Thank you so much, buddy.
You're welcome.